Lapland in Finland, minus 20 degrees Celsius. Beautiful landscape covered with snow. Here the busy world is close, but still far enough. Only thing breaking the silence is the sound of wind. And, well, first time in the world we get to test drive the Mercedes-AMG GTS in Arctic conditions. The driver is World Rally legend who is now working with Tuulilasi magazine, Mikko Hirvonen. Mercedes-AMG GTS is not a normal Mercedes. The top speed is 310 kilometers per hour, which is quite enough for these Arctic conditions here in Finland. This car has 510 horsepower, 650 Newton meters of torque, goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in only 3.8 seconds. These are numbers which make every car-crazy person's heart beat that little bit fast. And that's not all. The frame and the chassis are made out of magnesium and aluminium to keep the weight as low as possible. There is also revised 7-speed double-clutch gearbox on top of the rear axle to help the weight distribution. And of course, the GTS is loaded with the latest electronics to help the driver to control the car. Mikko, you already drove this AMG GTS a little bit. But these conditions are not really the conditions where you usually would drive this kind of car.
Yeah, that is exactly true. But as I was born in Finland, I'm quite used to these kind of conditions and did many rallies here. And for Finnish people, this is everyday life, so we are in the right place.
Beautiful design, beautiful color on this car. But what about the tires? Are we going to use normal street tires today, or are we going to use studded tires?
Well, today we're going to have some studs on the tires. I mean, every winter we have some ice on the Finnish roads. But today the whole test is based on frozen lake, so we need those studs.
I guess it's clear what we're gonna do next. So Mikko, on your feeling, drivability and the chassis-wise on this car, what are the positives and negatives, what you feel?
Actually, now when we're driving around the track and been messing around, I would say that the only negative thing is the paddle shift. And not actually the paddle shift, but where the pedals are positioned. Like that makes the driving a little bit tricky sometimes when you have to change the gears in the mid-corners, and it makes it a little bit difficult. But otherwise, the balance of the car, it feels good, and the sound of the engine, it's just fantastic. It doesn't get any better than that. Like there's a lot of power, there's a good torque, and like precision of the steering and how you can change the angle or the line in the mid corners and everything. That works really, really nicely. So I really don't have to complain.
So you wouldn't mind having one of these in your garage then?
No, I'm gonna take this one back home. It's really fantastic toy, and every Sunday now and then just go and play in the frozen lake. It wouldn't be a bad thing at all.
No, that's the beauty of being in north of Finland, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Mikko, I think that was enough talk. Let's go and enjoy some sideways driving then.
Yeah, let's go and have a bit of fun. And one thing which makes me love this car even more, as a standard race car as it is, of course you have a timer already, included in a normal standard car, so you can just start the clocks and start practicing and see which way is the fastest way to go around the track.
So this is even a perfect practicing car for the WRC drivers, eh?
It's made for racing and it's made for sideways driving.
Mikko, I have to admit, you can really drive this car.
I'm sure I will never forget the driving skills, but I have to say, this GTS, it's really a fantastic car. If you imagine the conditions we are driving at the moment, it's not going to get any slippier than this, but still everything works perfectly. So I wouldn't mind having one in my own garage.
Well, I want to have one of these too. The prices of this car in Germany is 134,000 and a Porsche 911 GT3 is about 137,000. So the fight for the owners in Stuttgart, I think they're hotting up really. I think we need to go now to the nearest town, fill in some lottery coupons and hope that we win some money to buy one of these cars.
And I'll drive it first.
No, I'll be driving first.
I'm first.
No,
There's no
me
question
first.
about it. I'm going to be first one.
No, it's my turn to drive.